Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the League of Nerdy Gentlemen. This is the voice of Sam, and I'm playing the Stanley Parable, a game that I have avoided like the plague, because everyone who's ever played it has told me, don't watch someone play it. So I'm going to make a video so that you can watch someone play it. Huh? I'm assuming that if you're actually watching this, you either have no idea what this game is, don't care what this game is, or have played it thoroughly anyway and just want to see someone else play it. Especially at this point, because this game came out, I don't know, the end of last year, mid of last year. I'm way behind. But hey ho, let's get into it, shall we? The Stanley Parable. I know nothing about this, other than it defies game logic. I know that much. So, you know, should be fun. Should be fun.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do, actually, is turn the sound up, because I had to turn that section up because I turned it down too low, because I'm probably going to end up talking maybe over the man sometimes, but I really want the man to be hearable, because he's brilliant. I know he is. I've seen little... Oh, I played the demo, and he's brilliant at it. The man definitely needs to be hearable. Also, I really feel like I'm actually in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Also, can we get this sensitivity turned up, please? Because that... Oh, there we go. That's a bit... Maybe... No, that's stabilizing. Are you sure you can't push buttons? Do anything? The man told me to go to the door, but, like... Well, there's nothing I can do in here. No exploration to be found. What's in here? Nothing. Nothing. No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Who farted? I'm actually going to turn the sensitivity down slightly. Sorry about this menus, unless you came from menus, in which case, no problem. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. What's on that screen? Oh! No, come back! Can I turn anything on? Okay. This way. Anything on this? No, it's just too bright. Hello?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh my god, this is brilliant. Okay. That's... Yeah, this is the kind of shit that's in offices. Well, I can close the door. Can I open the door? Oh good, I'm not locked. Open. Open. Ooh. What's through there? I'm gonna go through there. That's different. It's not just corridor.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
No. No, I didn't.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Let's say yes. Yeah, I don't think any of these doors are going to be openable, but I'm going to try them all anyway, damn it. You. Why would that be a room? Also, why are the rooms in, like, brick?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drink. Can I get a drink? Anything. Drink. Do I not have any money? Pushing button.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
This game.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
If I keep disobeying the game, will that be bad? Hold on, let's advance the story.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But that's lit up though. I guess that's lit up. No, if it wants me to. The game's toying with me already. Okay, no. Advancing story. God damn it. What's through here? Damn it. Okay. Obeying the game. Obeying.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What's in this? Push for funding for R&D of new coffee machine. Stand oppose graphs? What? Get Chris out of the broom closet. I have to do that. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on topic of... Ooh, rubbed out. Complete today's unfinished agenda items right next agenda items. Huh. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Synergize core values, expenditure, blah 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 blah. What do people want? Things! Happy feelings, Mike. James, you are fired. Money, more money. Things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs? Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Bloody hell. Mitosis. Less air. Clear skin, travel. Comatose. Okay. Broom closet. Chris! Well, not in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Didn't know.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
See?
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
See?
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Uh-oh.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Yeah.
For example,
the room's
why
repeating.
couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh god!
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating?
Yeah.
No, Stanley said to himself,
They are,
this
though.
is all too strange. This can't be real. and at last he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh!
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled
There are
that he had still
4
not woken
lights.
up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Make it so.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh my god.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered
Oh
by Stanley.
my
He found
god.
it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Uh-oh.
How could it be?
What?
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
What?
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
Oh my god.
I wish it to be over.
What if I'm in a coma?
Let me go
What if
back
this
to
is
my
like
job.
life
Let me
on Mars?
continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Shit.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh god. Why? Why did everything go
This
black?
is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. What an amazing ending. What an amazing ending. That is one of this game's many, 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 many endings. I think I'm going to carry on playing. So, join me next time, will you? For more of the Stanley Parable.